guys, so this is a review of a line called Dalton Cosmetics. It's a company that contacted me probably about, gosh, a while now. Probably a month, 6 weeks ago. And of course, you know, I'm going to say this in sort of, well, I'm going to try not to, but I know that I have new people coming onto the channel all the time, and so I just want to reiterate at the beginning of any of these reviews where companies sent me products, the first thing I do is when I reply to them is that you must accept the fact that I only give completely 100% honest reviews, and if there's something that they can do for you guys. So those are the two major points, and you'll be amazed as to how many companies are not into honest reviews, and or they don't want to do anything in terms of a giveaway or a promo code or any of those things. So yeah, I would say it's kind of split 50-50. And this company, I was contacted by a wonderful gal named Angie, and I just love the way that she approached me, which was she just started off with this new company and was really wanting to get feedback, and they totally wanted 100% honest reviews, and I really respect that because it's all about, you know, getting better as a company, sort of seeing what the feedback is from people and then tweaking and making their products better. So they were totally agreeable to the fact that it was going to be an honest review, and they have a wonderful giveaway as well. So, okay, let me just get right to it. She sent me quite a few things, I have to say, and, you know, lovely card, and, you know, she was really wonderful to deal with, and that makes a huge difference because I've dealt with other companies when I'm doing reviews of their products, and their customer service really stinks. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're going to be stinky towards somebody who's actually going to be doing something for you, which is reviewing your products, if you can't get it together with that person, I mean, I just can't imagine what they would do for you guys, you know. So it's really quite surprising, but I loved dealing with her. There was a little bit of a mix-up, sort of, because I always sort of mention that I do need time to try out the products, and usually at least 2-3 weeks up to a month, depending on what the products are. And so she sent the stuff, and there was one kit that was missing, and so I kind of said, well, it's totally fine, you don't have to send another one, but I'm going to use it as a giveaway, which means I won't be able to review them and know what the products are like. So she was like, oh my gosh, no, let me send you one so that you can sort of review it and have one for yourself. So I was like, oh, you know what, that is so sweet. And so I'd already tried out the products, and anyways, it never showed. So I sort of emailed her after a month and said, oh, you know what, it hasn't really showed. Can I get a tracking number? And that way I can sort of figure out what happened to the package. And she was like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't get a tracking. I sent it regular post, so let me send you another one. So, I mean, above and beyond the call of duty, she sent this kit out like 2 times now. And it will be here shortly, but I thought I would do this so by the time this gets up, then it would be here for the giveaway, yada. Oh my god, I'm already talking way too much. Okay, so it's Dalton Cosmetics, and what I love is, you know, everything came in, you know, really sort of nice packages and such. When I did sort of go on to the website, which I will put in the below bar, and to sort of just, you know, research a little bit about the products, I believe in Canada, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's something that's available through the shopping channel, or I guess her website, and I think in the States is QVC or something to that regard. I actually hadn't, I don't know if I already said this, but I hadn't heard of the line beforehand. And like with any line, whether it's one of my favorites like Laura Mercier, there's just always hits and misses. I've never come across a line that's just hits all the time. So that's apt for this line as well. Definitely hits and misses. And what I'm going to start off first is, okay, I kind of saw the brushes first. So I'll start off with the brushes. And they were the Face Form brush. It's just sort of a big old, yeah, it's a big old brush. And I have to say, honestly, I didn't use either one of these brushes. The smell that came off of them was really not good. I washed it a few times because that's happened with other brushes as well. And yeah, it just still has a smell to this day, and I just don't want to put anything like that on my face, quite frankly. And I'm not really sure about this particular cut. I also have to say, you know, when I went onto the website and was hoping for, you know, just sort of some insight and just to see the price points, these are pricey brushes. Like, I think these are like 40 and 30s. I mean, nowadays when you can get really great brushes from Sigma for $8, $9, you really, I mean, the game is just, it's really advanced. And so if you're going to go into the arena of brushes, you really have to bring your A game, because there's just so many brushes that are available for, you know, fraction of the cost of sort of MAC brushes, Mercier brushes, all that sort of stuff. So I would have to say that, no, I was not, and I could tell that this is all loose. It just does not, and it's shedding even though I'm not even using it. So I'm really, no. I mean, if you want honest feedback, I would say don't do brushes, period. There are too many lines that do them way better for way less, for half the cost. So I think it would probably be beneficial to the company to just save money on production for something that isn't completely, you know, 100%. So I hate to sort of start off with that, but that was my initial sort of like, I don't know. Even though the packaging is really, really beautiful. But then, luckily enough, I found some really, really star products. In fact, one of the products in this line is the best that I've tried anywhere. Now, having said that, I don't try a lot of that particular, oh, you know what? Let me just get into it, because now I'm being all ambiguous and silly. Okay, so there was this set, which was, and it comes like this, and it basically has two brushes. Now these brushes are good, the ones that come in this set. There wasn't any weird smell, there wasn't anything wrong with them. The thing is though, again, I can tell by the weight of these brushes that they are not, I don't know, it's not that they're not well made, but they feel inexpensive. If you hold a MAC brush or a Laura Mercier brush or a shoe brush, there's weight to it. It's a good sturdy tool. I mean, these are tools. So when you feel something that's this light, you know, again, I don't want to harp on the brushes. That's sort of, yeah, that's something that I don't think they should actually necessarily do. But this set comes with an eyeshadow, a brow, and a cream eyeliner. And what I liked about it, well, this is actually, you know, had a good weight to it. This is the color there. As well, what's this called? Plum Truffle with Champagne Eyeshadow Duo. And this is the, whoops, sorry, whoop. This is the, yikes, brow gel. And what I love about them is that they actually have this, right? So that they don't dry out, because, you know, cream products and stuff, they tend to dry out. So that is a great, great idea. And let me start off with this. I love this product. This particular one, this cream eyeliner in black, again, it's got that. Here's the backstory. I don't like to use gel liners, and I don't really like to use cream eyeliners. I mean, I use cream stuff for shadows, but when you get older, or when I get older, I don't like the harshness that a liquid or a gel or a cream does. I'm a pencil girl, so I can sort of tight line and then smudge it out and get most of the color concentrated right at the lash line. And I find when I wear liquid, it just really ages me. It just makes it's just way too harsh a line. And I've tried the Bobbi Brown, I've tried Fluid line, I've tried a lot of the liquid pens. There's many more that I've tried. Oh, even as far as the Wet n Wild, from one end of the spectrum to another. And I was given a lot of products through friends, through swapping, all that sort of stuff. And I just, you know, I just don't use gel or liquids. This I use all the time. It totally changed my mind on it, and I think because it's a drier formulation, kind of like the shoe, it's drier, so it doesn't have that really glossy, hardcore finish to it. This actually, it leaves a great, I don't know what it is. It doesn't kind of goes on like a pencil, but it's a cream liner. So I really, really like this a lot. I tried it on my waterline too, and no, of course it didn't work. And in fact, it was a little bit irritating, one of the few ones that are irritating, so I wouldn't recommend even trying this for the waterline. But I love that it's sort of, you know, kept sort of protective from the air and drying out. And this is the one cream eyeliner that I will actually use on a regular basis. I actually tried it out, putting a tiny, tiny line before I went and worked out just to see, you know, what the transferring was like. It didn't transfer at all. So I really, really, I think this is one of the best products in the line for sure. The brow, I just could not get this to work. I'm not crazy about these types of gels, and it just was a hot mess. It was a hot, hot mess. I tried it 5, 6 different ways, doing a little amount, then doing a heavier amount, and I just think with this type of stuff, if you're not brushing it on, it's going to get patchy. It clumps my hair. Because I have such sparse hair and it's bone straight, you're going to see the patch of where I'm actually drawing it on. If you have full brows, you might actually like this, but for me, totally no-go. The shadows as well. You know, I'm used to sort of NARS shadows, that Urban Decay palette, Mercier, Giorgio Armani. It doesn't compare with those lines. It really doesn't. I found this light color to go on really quite chalky, and the darker color to go on really quite patchy. Even as I swirled it, you can see where there's like a dark chunk right there, and then it's kind of patchy around. So I think even from the swatch, you can see that they're kind of chalky. And again, when you're entering this arena, I don't know how new this line is. There's already established brands that just do like the creamiest and the most highly pigmented. They're not very pigmented. I had to actually try it quite a bit, and then it just got patchier and patchier. So unfortunately, that's a bit of a no-go too. But that cream eyeliner, holy moly jamoli. Okay, going on to, she also sent me a tinted primer. Now, unfortunately, it has that silicone thing that you all know that I can't stand. And of course, Angie had no idea that I didn't like this particular feel where it's a silicone-based primer. I just can't stand them. But does it do the job? Yeah, I think it does, because you know, when I put it on the back of my hand, this one is definitely sort of has a blurred kind of illusion of smoother and softer skin versus my other one. So I can't really speak about this because it's just the texture, and it's not the fault of the company. It's just my personal preference that I'm sure you've heard me mention time and time again. So that one I can't really give an objective review on. The next one is a line and crease diffuser, like a concealer. It comes with this brush, and I did ask, and it does come with it. You don't have to buy it separately. Unfortunately, again, I don't like this brush. If I was to bend it, it just stays like that. It doesn't hold back its shape, and I use a flat concealer brush. I should have brought my Scott Barnes. If I was to compare the two, if I did that with the Scott Barnes, it would snap right back. The way that it's cut, it's like a finger. It kind of does, it kind of places and snaps it back. This, I just was like, no. Especially once you get product on it, it just sort of bends and stays there. So again, brushes, not a good deal. This product itself, I actually do like. The thing is I've already found my holy grails in a lot of different arenas, and concealer and corrector, I've already found it. Those are, you know, my Giorgio Armani corrector number 2, and concealer 3.5. And that concealer, honestly, is not going to work for people with dark circles, by the way. It doesn't, if you have moderate or very slight discoloration, it'll be good, but if you have anything darker, it's not going to work. It's going to be too sheer, and it's going to sort of be ashy on you. I actually really, really like this. I preferred it over the Bobbi Brown. I found the Bobbi Brown just, I know people love it, not for me. And it's sort of a line and crease diffuser, and it does kind of give you that that effect. I don't know if you can see it. It blends in really, really nicely. I didn't find any kind of creasing. It didn't accentuate little fine lines. It didn't go into those little fine lines. It's actually, you know, quite a nice product, and I do use this when I don't want to, you know, if I'm just going somewhere really, really quickly and I don't have to actually look very good, but I just want to do a little bit of cover-up and I don't want to do the Armani corrector and concealer and stuff. I'll just swipe a little bit of that, and it's really, really nice. So I like that. She also sent me a bronzer, and it's a big one. Oops, sorry. It's a Humongousaurus bronzer, and it's the Golden Pearl bronzing powder. And again, what I really like about it is the fact that she's got one of these little protectors so that your mirror doesn't get all dirty. It's just little details like that that I really dig. As you can tell, oh, maybe you can't tell, but it's quite a red-based bronzer, and it kind of is reminiscent. Laura Mercier, she also had a warm bronzer in her loose mineral, or maybe it wasn't a mineral, it was a loose bronzer that I purchased and actually wound up not liking it just because it was a bit too red. This is not as red as that, and I actually quite liked it. I think I'll like it more once I have some sun, because then you're going to get a natural bit of redness from the sun, and it's going to sort of all be uniform and connect to each other, whereas right now when I'm really, really pale, I have to use a very, very light hand, and I tend not to like that much red, but it's not that it looks horrible or looks terrible. I think it's just going to look better once the sun is actually out and I get a little bit of color. But the formulation itself is really quite silky. It feels nice. It doesn't feel chalky. As you can see a bit of the red there. It certainly didn't go orange on me, but again, I think I'll have better sort of feel of that once I try it when I've got some sun. And the last product, oh gosh, I didn't want this to be a super long video because, you know, Lord knows you guys don't have time to sit around for 25 minutes or so. But anyways, it's this Mirage blending powder, and I believe it was shown on the website like this, but the brush doesn't come with it. It was just sort of shown like that, whereas the concealer does come with this brush. Oh, and by the way, these brushes, not to harp on them, they are made of natural hair, because I was like, are they, aren't they? Is that why it's so funny smelling? But they're goat hair. Anyways, so you guys all know I don't wear powder of any kind. I just haven't for a really, really long time. On the odd occasion, I will, just if I'm like super hyper shiny or something. This I actually use a lot. Funny enough, it's the one sort of powder that I'm kind of gravitating towards when I'm just a little bit shiny or it's just a bit too dewy. And I don't, you know, I find it really, really kind of funny that I gravitate towards this, because I'm a total like no powder zone kind of gal. You know, as you get older. I certainly wore it when I was younger, but I found it didn't leave that dry kind of feeling. I know people have said, you know, Prep and Prime. I'm not a huge MAC fan in terms of their face products. I tried the Chanel in Pesh, and I think one other one, and I found it to be really drying. Like as soon as I put it on, it looked dry. It just hid any kind of natural kind of glowiness. This, I will still have the glowiness, and yet I will have this sort of, not matted down. It's not a super matte effect. It just controls a little bit of the shine. So I really, really like this powder. Again, I thought it was better than the Chanel one that I tried, and I thought it was a little bit better for different reasons than the Laura Mercier translucent. I've had that for years and years and years, and I actually do like it quite a bit. But I don't use it for all over the face. I use it in specific little areas. Oh gosh, that didn't look good. In specific little areas, whereas this I can use all over the face. So anyways, that's the review, and the giveaway is, oh no, wait a second. Oh my gosh, I've got a whole nother thing. Oh, I really don't want this to be a long video. But anyways, this is the other set, and this is the giveaway. And it's basically 4 lip products here with, oh goodness, a retractable lip brush. And, oh goodness, I'm going to pop these out. So sorry guys, this is starting to get to be a really long one. And, ooh, they really pack it in good, so that's good. When you get it, you know, they're not going to be flopping all over the place. Right, so, we have 4 different colors. This is Lisa Lou. I don't know if you can see these. This is Patty's Pout. Can you see that color? This one is Janie. Oh, Janie. And this one is Shawnee K. So it's kind of a really good inclusive set where there's something for everyone. There's a pink, there's a peach, there's a more vibrant berry, there's a little bit of a bronzy kind of thing. I find them to be incredibly hydrating, really, really creamy, super, super creamy. And it lasts on your lips for quite a while in terms of the moisturizing and sort of velvety sort of feel, but I find that 3 out of the 4 have absolutely no pigment, really. Now, that may be what people go for. As you can see, this is the pink. They're very, very sheer, and I actually quite like it sheer because it's just so moisturizing. So that's really kind of what I'm after, is sort of the moisturizing effects. Here's the second one. As you can see, again, there's not that much difference in the color on your lip because they are so sheer. This one, it has a little bit more of an iridescence to it. I don't know if you could see that. I don't know if you could see that. They're very, very sheer. The one that actually has quite a bit of color is this one. And as you can see, there you go. So they do have that, and perhaps that's on purpose because it's sort of, this is universal, and it'll just, you know, moisturize your lips and make them feel really, really yummy. And then if you do want some color, and this can actually go on more like a stain, which is great. So if I sort of smush it in there, it kind of goes more stainy. So I actually really like them. If you're looking for really pigmented glosses, these aren't it. But they're definitely moisturizing. They feel great on the lips. So that is the giveaway. And they're so generous that, again, they've now sent it twice. So hopefully that one, the second one that she sent, will get here. And for the giveaway, it's just the standard. You must be a subscriber, and you maybe leave a comment. That's what it is. Not an enter me, but a comment, because as you all know, I think YouTube is now thinking them as spam, and it kind of just crashes the video. So any comment will do, only once. And believe me, we all of us who do videos, we can tell whether or not you leave multiple comments, and so that will disqualify you right away. So just to make it fair for everyone, a lot of people aren't sitting at their computers, you know, for hours at a time being able to enter different contests. So I just want to make it fair. So only once, a subscriber, leave a comment, whatever you want. You certainly don't have to compliment me or say anything like that. You know, just have a great day, or how's your day, or share some little nugget with me. And of course, if you're under 18, permission that you can give out your address. So, good luck to everyone, and I hope you found this review helpful. And thank you again so much, Angie, for sending and thinking of me to review your product line. Well, not her product line, but the company's product line. And I do hope that, you know, the feedback will help the company in some way. So thanks so much, guys, and I will talk to you soon.